What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about some of the weirdest things that we do here in the United States that we don't realize is weird. So today, I want to take a look at this Reddit discussion where somebody asked non Americans who have visited the United States, what is the strangest thing about America that Americans don't even realize is weird? And actually, thousands of people from all over the world have commented on this. So I guess that just means we're pretty weird here, because apparently people have a lot to say about this topic. So I thought it'd be fun as an American myself to take a look at this and see why so many people all over the world think that we are strange. So let's take a look. Starting with, the United States is weird because of how all the currency notes look the same? I mean, this is not something that I've ever really thought about, but yeah, I guess US dollar bills do look very uniform and very similar. I have seen some pictures of like some foreign currency, like the euro, which does have more color, right? And more variation, and yeah. So, yeah, this isn't something that we really think about in the United States, but it says ours in Australia are different bright colors and easily distinguishable from each other at a glance. Huh. I don't know why our currency is so boring, you could say. I want to hold on. Let me get a picture of this. Let me Google this. Like yeah, here we go. Okay, so this is like US money, and when you look at it like this, it is it's just a bunch of white guys on really bland colored bills that are all the same size. Yeah, when I look at it like this, it does. I see what you're saying. You know what? But when you are American and you grow up your whole life looking at these bills, and you don't really think much about it. The first thing you do when you pick up any American currency here is like, I look at the corner and I just look at the number. I immediately go to the corner of the bill and look at the number, and I'm like, okay, that's a 10, that's a 20, or, you know, what does Australian money look like? Is it that much? Is that map that much better? Is that? Hold on. Google. Here's the image. Oh, oh my! this is this is beautiful. I've never seen Australian money. I think I've seen like the euro. I've seen some Canadian money before. This is beautiful. This I would feel bad spending this. We can't have money like this in the United States. Like I would feel bad. It's like a work of art that you're giving away. Like it would feel weird spending this. This looks too nice. Is that weird? For some reason, that's what I start thinking. Australian money, and it's different sizes, so I think even if you like are can't see very well, or if you're blind, you can like feel the money and determine what bill it is based on the size. Or I think that's something, and I don't know. There's something to be said for money that actually looks like it has effort put into it. I worked retail in a very popular tourist site. Everyone outside of the United States is confused by our money? I didn't know this was a thing. Really? All the same color. all the same size. Yeah, I mean, now that I hear about this, it makes a lot of sense to me. It is, and it's true. I can't deny it. I've traveled all over the world. I've never been somewhere else where their money isn't different colors and sizes. So the US is we are the weird one with the ugly money that's all the same. It's just us. I didn't know that. It kind of feels bad. All right. Things are really far apart. Some weirdest things that Americans don't realize is weird, things are really far apart. Oh. So here in the United States, it's a very, very big country. And everything is very far from each other. Even the stores are really far from where you live, usually. Let alone if you're trying to travel to a different state or across the country or to a city. Everything in the US is very far apart. I didn't know that was weird. I think what this is saying is like in Europe or maybe other places, like you can get to other countries very quickly and easily, and maybe even the cities or the stores are structured differently. I'm not exactly sure what this is referring to. Yeah, my sister lives in the same state as me, but it's a 6-hour drive to her house. Yeah, that's normal in the US. Like, for your relatives, you could live like many, many, many hours away. If they're in a different state, it could take like 10 hours to drive to them. Or so I'm thinking this is saying in a lot of other countries that aren't as big, stuff is just a lot closer together, which honestly sounds really nice to me. Um, Most Americans, a lot of Americans like myself, I've never been to every state, not even close. Like that would take a really long time. I haven't been to every part of the United States, even. Most Americans are like that because it's a really big place. Um, but I guess if you live in a smaller country, you can basically, over the course of your life, travel everywhere in your country and probably other countries as well. And that probably explains why people around the world are a little more worldly, know a little more than Americans. Like we usually just kind of stay in our state and don't know much about other places. Yeah. Okay. That's a good one. That's definitely something that we don't think about. Okay. Weird things about the US that we don't realize is weird. My boyfriend, who is Danish, is here right now. And he said it's the constant billboards all over the roads. That's. Is that weird? I did not know that was weird. Yeah, absolutely. Like if you're driving down the road, especially a highway or something, an interstate or like a big long road, there are constantly advertisements, billboards, pictures posted on the side of the road for the most random. They're ads. They're for the most random businesses and messaging, and anybody can basically pay to put a billboard up on the side of the road. You don't even notice them. That's the thing. For a lot of Americans, we don't even notice the billboards on the side of the road. Like like your brain just stops seeing them because you see them your whole life driving around. Like you don't even notice. So yeah, I haven't thought about the billboards all over the sides of the road in a long time till this Danish guy pointed it out. I didn't know that was weird. So in other countries, honestly, it's probably for the best. It's definitely an eyesore. Like it's ugly. Make no mistake. But I don't know. People just want to make money by selling ad space and stuff like that. Apparently they can. I hate billboards. They're so ugly. I wish we'd ban them. Huh. I guess in other parts of the world you guys have banned this, or just don't raise money with putting random posters on the side of the road. I tend to like that because it's not attractive. It doesn't look good. That's for sure. But at the same time, you kind of stop noticing after a while. Parents drive their kids 300 meters to a school bus stop. Okay. I have heard that here in America, we don't walk a lot compared to other countries. I mean, it's true. Here in the US, you drive everywhere. Even if you're going down the street, I would drive. I would not walk. The US is not really built for walking. As a matter of fact, when I drive down the road, even down the road to the store, if I see somebody walking like on the sidewalk, I think it's weird. Like that's what most Americans' reaction is to seeing people walking. Unless you're in a big city. Like if you're in a big major city, people do walk. Like that's normal. But for most of the US, like for our medium and small size towns and cities, people don't really walk anywhere. So yes, even 300 meters to the school bus stop down the road. Now, when I was a kid, I did walk to the bus stop that was down the road. But this general idea is very true. We do not walk, even if it is a very, very, very short distance. But I do think you should make your kid walk to the bus stop. Anyway, from what I understand, in other parts of the world, people walk a lot more and take public transportation, right? Okay, that's that is something that I have thought about. But for the most part, most Americans don't realize that that is strange. I have started to realize that that is very strange how we don't walk anywhere because I've learned like in Europe and other places you guys actually walk and stuff. Yeah, and we could definitely use that. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. The toilet doors having huge gaps beneath them. Seems like a built-in viewing panel. Okay. I think this is referring to American bathroom stall gaps. Okay, let me pull this up. What we are referring to here is where is it? Here we go. Let me make this big. Here we go. This is kind of a blurry picture, but whatever. Yeah, on the left there, you can see a huge gap on the top of the door and the bottom of the door. That's where you're supposed to go in and privately use the toilet. Huge gaps on the top and bottom, and on the right side, you can actually see the gap between the door. Like the door shutting, there's a gap where the lock is. Gaps everywhere. There's no privacy. Again, something that I thought was universal, but apparently is not. In the US, growing up here, you very much get used to everybody can see your feet under it. If somebody wanted, they could look over the top, and that'd be we'd call the police if you did that. If they're passing by, they might be able to see you through the crack in the door. Although that would, there's just kind of an unwritten rule here: don't stare at people going on the toilet, because you can see them if you want, and it's weird. Apparently, in other parts of the world, you guys just have regular, like, stalls where you're actually sealed off and private. We all wish this was different. That is very true. Not something that we think about too often, but there have been times where it's been very awkward, and I've thought, why can't they just close the gaps? Can we all see each other going to the bathroom? I don't know. Apparently, in other parts of the world, you don't have this. This sounds good to me. I bet when they get here, they had no idea that they had mild, moderate, or severe anything until they saw our pharmaceutical commercials. Okay. Um, so here in the US, we have lots of commercials on TV for drugs, like medicine, pharmaceutical drugs, and um, in these commercials, it often says if you have a cold, if you have a mild, moderate, or severe cold, a mild, moderate, or severe headache, mild, moderate, or severe pain, you always hear that so that they can sell you different types of medicine depending on if it's mild, moderate, or severe. They have a different, so you have to spend more money. I guess this isn't normal. the whole the whole drugs, medicine sold on TV in the US, I want to say that that's weird. Um, I think I heard that that's not a thing in some countries. When traveling on public transport or through airports, the amount of people that are consuming content with their audio blaring for everyone around to hear. Just use headphones or mute it in public. Okay, this is an interesting one because Americans know, like most of us know, this is rude, and yet you are allowed to do it. It's weird. If you're in the US and you're blaring your music in public so everybody can hear it, nobody will usually say anything or stop you again, if you're in like a big city or something, people might not even care. They might not even notice you. But we do the social custom in the US in general is you're not supposed to play your music like loud in public. It's just that people do it anyway. So, I don't know. So I'm going to say we do know that this is weird, that we are very loud and playing music and talking on the phone loud. We know that it's disruptive. It's just that we don't really care. um, Not to muddy the water, but as an American who's traveled out of the country, when I got back, it was weird to realize that it is illegal to drink a beer while walking around or at a park. Most other countries are not like that. Oh, you can drink alcohol in public? Wow. I've never thought about why. But yeah, in the US, you can't drink alcohol on the street, in parks, in public. You can't just walk around drinking. Um, I think I always thought it was for safety or something. So you're not, or to not disrupt other people or influence children, or it just looks bad. I never really questioned it because I don't know. This is like the one thing where we're kind of taking the more conservative approach here. Like, you can't drink outside of the restaurant. Um, I guess in other countries, you can just drink wherever you want. I know a lot of Americans who would love that. Is that actually the norm? We're the weird one for no alcohol in public? Huh. That's funny that we are the ones doing that. Okay. That was really interesting, actually. There are so many things about the US. When you grow up here, when you live here your whole life, you just don't really think about this stuff. But it's really fun to see, like, non Americans' observations about the US. And we are much weirder than I even thought. And I know we are weird, but we're even weirder than I thought. That's okay. So, anyway, if you enjoyed this, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on strange things in America that we Americans don't realize are strange. That'd be fun to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching and see you next time.